All right, hello and welcome everyone here to StarLadder Series 14 North American coverage. I'm Helium alongside Dust, and tonight we've got a best of three, SKDC versus Team Noble. One of these teams, SKDC, with a chance to actually get out of the groups if they win tonight against Noble, and probably a harder match against Winter Fox. What's your take on all that, Dust?
Yeah, I mean, I think when it comes down to this matchup, it's really hard to figure this one out. I mean, I think Noble's been around a lot longer, but we don't see them as much because they don't really compete in the pro leagues. They've been more like ESCA Premier or CEVO main, and they had some recognizable faces, but you know, they haven't competed at a pro level in a while. And then you have SKDC, who does compete at a pro level, but they've just had some roster changes. They lost one of their big players in Wabbit, who is now playing with threes up. So that's like a big loss for them. They bring in inVert, who's a pretty serviceable operator, used to play with the guys over at Coast. And they also brought in FGB, who's kind of a guy that's been tossed around the lower tiers of the pro scene for a little while now. But they've been a team that's always struggled in the professional scene. They always manage to like keep in it, but they've always been towards the bottom and never really like a big contender. So it's kind of like a newer rising team, so to speak, with familiar faces taking on a struggling professional team. I don't really know how else to put it.
We'll just have to see what they're made of as they progress forward with some of their new pickups. So it should be fun to watch and to inform people of the maps here in this best of three. The first one is saying cash, yet oh, sorry, that was the first ban. I know how to read. First one was Overpass, obviously. That was the pick of SKDC. Noble went for Mirage, so that will be the second map, and if needed, we'll be going to Inferno. Cash, Cobble, D2, and Train were all banned, and it kind of makes sense. Cobble and Cash, and even Train were getting played by these teams a lot in some of the recent matches. So some targeted bans, I think, to start it off.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think these two teams are probably pretty close. I mean, if you take the maps out of the equation, you're just looking at the lineups for each team. I would suspect that this shouldn't be too far of a matchup as far as like skill level goes. I think that both teams have a pretty equal level in that regard. So yeah, I mean, I think this should be a pretty decent game. I'm not sure what the odds were.
They were surprising to me. SKDC with a 64% and Noble, of course, with 36%. And I was surprised to see them be that different, and a little surprised to see SKDC's in front.
I don't know that it's that surprising SKDC's in front, just because when people
They're
bet
more known.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like when people are betting on these like lower tier pro matches, I would say, as far as like not the big familiar names, they typically just go with what the, oh, I at least know who SKDC is. I bet there's people betting on SKDC who have no clue who Noble is at all.
Yeah.
And that's fair, right? I mean, like I said, they don't get nearly as much exposure. You don't see them get streamed. Their matches aren't really around very much because they're not one of the professional level teams at this point in time. But just from knowing some of these guys, like obviously Flom should be a familiar face to people who used to play with what is now Winter Fox. Emong used to play for Curse way back in the day, like in like early 2013. And that whole Mouse 1 crew that used to have Michael 3D and all those guys. I mean, he's been around the pro scene. I think rob-wiz has kind of gotten a name for himself because of like streaming and because he used to be like a big Call of Duty pro. So yeah, there's some recognizable names on there, and I think they're equally as talented as SKDC is now, especially since like they don't have Desi ringing for them anymore, and they don't have Wabbit anymore. I think that they're on a pretty even plane at this point, firepower wise.
Yeah, I would agree.
I think it's like 50-50 to be honest, if I wasn't factoring maps.
Yeah, that's kind of where I would put it as well. So here we are into the pistol. We got 4 Kevlars for SKDC. A little bit of utility there on Ocean, but Flom already started things off looking down Monster. He finds Hades, gets the headshot, but inVert and FGB answering back. Now Ocean will fall, so it's briefly a 3-on-3. Now inVert going to go down. Flom getting 3 kills with that silenced USP. FGB got into the pit here in the B site, but he's going to go down and just bomb away in the water. As Ellis has got to pick up the bomb, is being flanked by emong, so on both sides, and that was a little awkward, the fact that that killed him. 2 people shooting at him from both sides, and Ellis somehow stays alive, even gets one of those frags.
Yeah, I mean, this round is kind of crazy how SKDC's even back into this. Like, Flom completely shut them down over at Monster, but now Ellis actually has a legitimate shot at this. He's in a 1 versus 2.
Can at least
he's
get a
making
plan.
Yeah, he's making Noble stew on this, right? He's making them think. He's already forced Flom to actually pay some attention to the A side. So now he could get a plant because rob-wiz is being real passive here. They're just playing for the win, which means they have to kind of concede a bomb plant. Though Ellis, he's not looking for it. He's making sure everything's clear first. 30 seconds left. Now he'll go for the plant. He should get it. rob-wiz will probably wait for Flom to get in better position. They'll try to take this together.
Oh, rob-wiz has been spotted at Graffiti, and he just keeps on peeking. Why?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll talk about that in a second. Let's see how this 1v1 plays out, Joey.
Yeah, Els. I mean, this is going to be crazy. He does a ton of damage. He's trying to fall back through monsters. Flom going to have to get 4. I mean, he would have had to get 4 kills and defuse, but he can't do it. Els takes him down in and honestly, a first-round victory for SKDC that should have never happened.
Yeah,
the aim duels, 2 players on Team Noble missing shots through Monster.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Flom had a great round there with those 3 kills. Really kind of put a stranglehold on SKDC. You think it's theirs at that point, but there at the end, there's no reason for rob-wiz to be peeking anymore. I mean, if he was trying to stop the bomb plant, sure, maybe you take a chance. But once the bomb has been planted and you know that, there's no point in taking that duel. Just wait for Flom to get in position. Make sure you win the round in the 2 versus 1. Make sure you get a 2v1 instead of giving him 2 1v1 situations to play where he has a chance to win it. So yeah, they just completely increase his chances to win by peeking like that. And you know, now you have SKDC up 1-0. They do lose a member here. Roa is able to pick one up with the MAC-10, but an upper A hit coming in. But there's a couple guys in position. There is some hope here for Team Noble.
Well, Flom will now take the front lines as whoever that was low, just retreating back into bank. Flom's able to get 1 with the 5-7. FGB quickly taking him out. Now Ellis into a good corner. He's waiting for Roa to come through the bathrooms. And Roa actually fighting does find one of those kills. FGB in the sight. This is actually getting into a pretty close situation, but there's FGB with the AK. Bring it down 2. Ocean over there on Optimus. Brings down Shots, who was on the rotation up from the stairs, and SKDC will survive the CT force buy from Noble.
Yeah, I mean, SKDC just kind of sticking together there in the upper A and just being able to push in and secure the round. It was a costly one, though, right? I think they lost, what, 3 members in that, so a little bit of rebuying has to take place, but Noble can't really punish that, of course. That was their force buy. It didn't work. Now they're on pretty much a full save, except for a couple of upgraded pistols, but no armor or utility. And it looks like they are going to be stacking a bit heavier towards the B side of the map here. They're pretty much just leaving Roa as like an early detector of noise in bathrooms or what have you to try to call the quick rotate, but they're definitely going to keep 4 and B here for now and just kind of hope for the best. But SKDC again just working the upper park with the bomb. Hades and Ocean already inside mid as well, so it seems like another A split is going to be coming in.
Well, Hades and Ocean are checking out the stairs and the connectors. Now it looks like they're going to be moving up. There's Roa, as you mentioned earlier, in a pretty good spot as Ocean is approaching. Meanwhile, the other 3 moving up, and it looks like Ellis is going to be the first man to find some action here, and he'll take down rob-wiz with a headshot. So Bank is opened up. Now Roa just getting shot at from behind, kind of panicking, still expecting to be pushed from the other side. Ocean finds him. FGB's pushed through Bank, catching those rotators nice and early. Finds Emong. Will he find Shots? He's taking down both of the streamers. Finds Flom as well, who also streams, but didn't add it into his name.
They all stream, man. I don't think Ocean streams, even though his name of his channel is in the stream. Maybe he just doesn't have viewers. Maybe that's what it is.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Call out?
Hey, I don't have
Shots?
I don't have viewers either, so I mean, what does it matter? Anyway, point is SKDC just kind of steamrolls through that round, right? To be expected. There wasn't really anything in there for Noble. They stacked B. If SKDC goes A, that's pretty much it, and SKDC gets away without losing any members. And you'll see Els even just kind of retain what he had, not even upgrade. Make sure you can save some extra cash for later. That FGB also like that, $7,500 in the bank. So definitely building up that economy here. Noble, in the meantime, you know, could be immediately forced into a save with the loss here. They bought down all the way, so this is kind of a key moment where SKDC could take like a big 5-0 lead if Noble aren't careful. Same setup from SKDC this round, 3 over towards A, though they are leaving a bit of a lurk towards B to begin with, but now they're starting to gather up here, and so the A split looks like it'll again be the choice for SKDC this round.
Yeah, so this getting into the mid-round, and no one's even exchanged a point of damage. Getting that mid-control here for SKDC and holding on to the stairs is Ocean. Emong not quite pushing through and challenging that. There's some spamming and some jumping going on in the B site, looking for any information, and Hades might be the point man here, trying to open up this A site. It was Els who got it done last round with that Galil, and he has it here, but Roa playing on the stairs with an A1S takes out Els, no problem, no damage taken. Ocean also at half HP, and the wall of smokes will go out. FGB with a really nice shot onto Roa right before those smokes bloom. Bomb to be planted, but CTs are rushing in. They're just going to push right on through Flom. Nicely done. Gets 1, actually turns and finds FGB. Gets 2, running out of ammo, though, as he fights a 3rd, and here's inVert. Oh, op to the chest. Nice shot onto rob-wiz. But it will not be enough. SKDC can't defend the afterplant.
Yeah, I mean, you could just see SKDC got held up a little bit when Roa got that initial kill. It kind of slowed them down a bit. They still got their smoke wall off, which allowed the plant, but Flom, no fear, just pushing through that, getting a couple of kills and tilting it in Noble's favor. You did see at the end, inVert almost had a crack at holding it off, but in the end, Noble are able to secure the round. They're up now with the money at least, forcing the reset on the SKDC now that there was still plenty banked up. They didn't really fully upgrade that last round. A lot of people able to hold onto their guns, so they're still in a full buy here. Noble now have to worry about their own reset. Whoever loses here is certainly going to be on a save. The big problem is if Noble loses this, it could even be a double save. So this is still a really kind of critical round here for Noble. If they want to get back into it, they need to secure this one. It'll be a tough road.
I just realized I couldn't figure out. I know I made the mistake when I was saying the maps, saying that Cash was first when it's obviously Overpass, but chat's still spamming it. I realize up top it says Cash Mirage Cobble, which is obviously wrong. It's Overpass. That's actually way wrong. It's Overpass Mirage Inferno.
Yeah, I'm going to blame you for that.
And I just want to say that I had no part in putting that there, so that's not on me, Dust. Maybe you can take your blame and put it elsewhere, as we're into a 4-on-1 now, as Emong will fall. SKDC doing a good job on this one. FGB with 2 kills. inVert and Ocean chiming in, and it's all going to be up to Shots right now, who actually is still in the base of Bank, now getting smoked off by inVert. Will he just try to walk through it, or will he just die anyways?
So close to death.
Oh, is he going to walk through now after the spam? Oh, I like it, I like it. If only he had a silenced, he could be a little bit more sneaky beaky-like, and he tries to, be really efficient there. Spotting a few, not shooting them, trying to figure out, find everybody, see if he couldn't, put it in slow-mo and shoot 4 people real quick. It didn't work out.
Yeah, there's no bullet time in this game.
Yeah, that's what it is. Thank you. Bullet time.
Wasn't that like Max Payne?
That was Max Payne,
like
yeah.
I guess there's several games that kind of have that incorporated, but Max Payne's one I remember. And yeah, I mean, that was just SKDC just brute force into the A-bomb site. Just, Noble not able to trade at all. I think everyone there from SKDC had a piece in that round for the most part. I guess FGB was the primary factor with a couple of kills, but we saw Ocean and inVert also with 1 apiece. And now we have Noble on the saves. SKDC going into an MTB bomb size. Of course, we see a huge stack over here at A from Noble, just gambling, which, I mean, they didn't really have a choice. This is their only chance at winning, but unfortunately, the gamble did not pay off, and SKDC will just go up 5-1. And, I mean, Noble likely going to be saving again next round as well. So SKDC, great opportunity here to build up a nice lead on this T side of Overpass. And was this their pick, by the way?
This was the pick of SKDC, yes.
Okay.
If that's what you asked.
That is indeed exactly what I asked.
I was fixing things. So
would it be that title that was butchered earlier?
The bar up top should be good.
I thought that might be what it
in terms of
was
the
that
maps,
you were fixing.
That's what it was. Let's be honest. No one needs to talk about rounds where 5 people are still alive and the bomb has been planted. Nothing has even happened. Except they're trying to knife. Oh no, never mind. Ellis was just pulling out his knife to run faster. I thought he was actually going to go in there for the knife.
I thought he was about to rob him. Like in the alley. That's
that's a good point. It is
rob
kind
him
of
of
a
his
dark
money.
alley over there. In
He might have had
city.
He might have had $1,500 there in his backpack. If he would have got stabbed.
Is that why you got the extra money?
There? Yeah.
I think you're onto something.
You pull their wallet out. Let's take it all.
Yo, I would totally be down for a CS:GO wallet, Valve.
Doesn't one exist?
Your move, probably. I don't know if one exists.
I know there's
officially.
pint glasses, and so that's what really matters, right?
Yeah, I got a lot of the Dota stuff, but I am significantly lacking in CS:GO merch. It's harder to come by.
The Swag Lord jacket like James has.
I'm not a Swag Lord like James, so there's Flom again on pistol. So a double eco for Team Noble and inVert taken down. Maybe SKDC starting to sweat a little bit. Still maybe not too worried because they're going to have a... Oh, no! They're just planning with that open? Oh, my gosh. Everyone got into post-plant positions, but there's this one thing. It's not a post-plant if the bomb isn't planted.
Brilliant analysis.
I mean, that's true.
No, you're right. I can't believe this round really crumbled the way that it did. I mean, Flom gets a backstab in with the P250, and it's pretty much a full save from Noble. He picks up an op for his troubles. And then, yeah, like you said, Sandbags wasn't covered, so he just gets a free kill on the bomb planter where he didn't have any cover. Everyone had already pressed into graffiti and all this good stuff. And, I mean, the round just crumbled. Ellis is able to salvage a plant out of this, but he's stuck in a 1 versus 4. Going to be very difficult to secure this, but he's going to see if he can't take a crack at it as he does get into Bank, and he's catching 2 flanking him here. Gonna get 1, gets the second as well, but he's low on HP, and now they know exactly where he is. But maybe, just maybe, he can be the hero. No kit. That's big. but he gets killed quick enough to where it doesn't matter. And wow, that is certainly a fumble Rooski there from SKDC.
Yes. That, yeah, getting the defuse in, winning the round, having not put anything into it, that immediately, and getting 2 weapons preserved, and an expensive one in the op and an AK-47, which is better than what you can even buy on the CT side. So already they're put into a position where they can almost lose a round and then kind of have a half-buy, maybe force-buy situation with 2 rifles, because, I mean, emong and Flom are quite rich. So really nice economic place that they've found themselves in after that win. And they'll need it, because they got a comeback to make here. They're down 3 rounds on the CT side of Overpass. While it's not really the most CT-sided map, if even CT-sided anymore, depending on how you feel about the map.
Yeah, I don't know. It definitely can be the teams that are not good on it. I think this is one of those maps where it can really snowball on you because the CT side is so quick to rotate and things like that. And if you have like effective operators, there's like really long lanes you can hold, especially upper part, for example. So it can be difficult. It's probably more on the CT sided. Like I would say, kind of similar to Mirage, where it can kind of go either way. With Inferno being, of course, the most CT sided. But anyway, back into this round here. SKDC setting up again over towards the A side. Ellis already eating a lot of damage on his lurk over towards B, but he able to get away for now, as we do see them staging up. Roa and Flom playing a little bit of aggressive positions here up on the bathroom doorway. So this can be an interesting exchange that takes place in just a moment here.
Oh, FGB taking 25 from a nade, but he peeks outside of bathrooms, finds Roa, checks all the other corners. Safety first when taking bomb sites. Owls lurking outside of Monster, and there, well, we go back to Flom, who on top of Optimist will not let FGB into his truck. Denied. Owls now trying to get through Monster. We've got Ocean at the same time working the catwalk, but he's down. rob-wiz from Headshot. And now he's traded with inVert with an op shot. He's got the beat on Flom, hits him with the op and emong. They knew that he was also trapped over there in Graffiti, so SKDC, after losing a round they shouldn't have, strike right back and kind of crush Noble in that rifle round.
Indeed. I mean, just being able to kind of, I guess, throw a slight fake over on the A-bomb site, make that quick transition down the stairs. Ellis, who was always lurking and really low on HP, does actually catch shots for free there in Monster, and that kind of helped open up the B-bomb site back, and SKDC secure another round and get Noble's money quite low. They're still able to get like kind of a force buy here, and Flom on the aggressive peak, doing a little snacks action there, is able to get the pick on the Hades and fall back immediately. And Roa, huge flank that he's about to be on as well, so this could get really, really tricky for SKDC.
Yeah, Flom, I mean, the danger of long now on the newer Overpass is that there is no cover on that retreat, so Flom would have had to have stood very, very tall and opt down 4 people. He did hit 1 shot, though, at least, and the man advantage stood until then. Els finding 2. That's like the 3rd or 4th double spray down I've seen of Els. He's been playing pretty sick, and Roa just did a ton of damage to him. That nade might clean him up. Nope. Els remains alive with 3 HP, FGB on 12, so they got the man advantage, but Roa's got way more HP. Let's see what he can do with it. He spotted this player. Els is down. Flash comes out. Not that effective, and the position of FGB is known now. Trying again for another flash. Spotted. Roa wins that battle and will get the defuse. Noble finding a 3rd, but it cost them a lot. Only 1 member surviving.
Yeah, that's really big for their economy, because the money is certainly tight over there. So a reset would be like just detrimental. It would force them almost like get into double save territory, which if it hadn't have been for some heroics from Flom a few rounds ago, they would probably be in a much tougher position than they are now. Now they're actually within striking distance of tying this thing up. And I mean, really all that SKDC could hope for in that round is that that corner doesn't get checked and Els is able to get the jump on them. They were so low on HP, but Roa able to figure it out there on that big flank, and he puts a point on the board for Noble, and we have SKDC still able to full buy themselves here, but again, whoever loses this is going to have to save, and for Noble it could be a double, so they're still not out of the woods. I feel like they've always had to play from behind this game, and they're always in these risky positions where they could be reset, so this is the big hurdle they have to get past if they want to try to win this half.
Yeah, all 3 of their wins isolated on an island, as I think you normally say, which is a good one.
I like it.
I must say. Do you say that, or did I give you too much credit?
I don't know.
All right, I think I gave you way too much credit. Maybe I made it up. I don't know.
Maybe you did.
I think it might be a metas thing. So
I think that's a term for like isolating a player, not someone's economy. I don't know.
No, I'm just talking about when you press tab, the little blue things where they win the rounds. They're isolated on an island. It doesn't matter. We got action going on. inVert missing some op shots. I think he might have just been shooting through the smoke as FGB works and kind of finds a bit of a gap there, perhaps even a one-way. So he brings down emong. The wall of smokes is there. They just got to watch the flank right now, which Ocean, actually all of them really were doing. Ocean gets the kill though on the rob-wiz. So Roa and Shots with a big task ahead of them. Only Roa with a kit, and he'll go down on the A steps. And Ocean, hello, where have you been?
Oh, man. That was a pretty sick shot, but I also have to give credit here to FGB. That's him getting 2 entries there on the round over on the A-bomb site. Really well done. I've seen a couple of rounds. That's actually probably the 3rd time this game where he's been able to lead a hit on the A-bomb site with at least 2 entry frags. And he's over here right now at 15 and 5, so he certainly had a big impact. And that round was like super crucial because now Noble are in a double save territory again, and this means SKDC could push their lead to 9-3 before Noble really even have enough money to challenge them properly. So this is definitely a big moment in the game here. We see Roa trying to cut off Ocean, but looks like Ocean will get the better of him here, and it seems like this will be a clean round for SKDC.
The fire, it burns as they find out. He goes down, and it's just Flom alone. He's got an HE. Where's he actually coming from? Flom with the P250. Cannot get the kill on to Ellis, who I gotta imagine is top fragging, or okay, 13. He's close. FGB also has been playing very, very well. They are definitely carrying the bulk of the weight with 30 kills between them. 17 on FGB, 13 on Ellis. Flom with 12. Flom's trying.
Yeah, he's had a couple of big rounds. I mean, he did his best holding the A-bomb set with the op on the few times he's had it. He had that big pistol round that they couldn't convert. So, I mean, he's definitely put in the effort here. Shots has really been just getting destroyed, especially over at Monster. Like, Ellis has been able to lurk him out. Whenever SKDC has hit B, Shots hasn't been able to put up much of a defense. And, yeah, it's just been a tough game here through and through for Noble, especially just because their economy has been pretty shit the entire half, if we're honest about it. And that certainly doesn't help. Listen, man, this is a mature rated game.
I thought this was a G for all audiences broadcast.
Not even that bad of a word after all.
It's really not. Here's Flom with 2 with the 5-7. This would be a big round for them. And kind of an awkward talking point. Team Noble, if they were to win this round, would have 2 of their 4 rounds from force-ups, which is not a really sustainable way to get rounds on the CT side. But here's Flom with another 3K. Emong's got the bomb. He'll definitely win out in that battle as Ocean pushing through the smoke. So it's just going to be Ellis by himself now, the lone man. And it looks like he's
I mean,
just trying to save. Or is he really going quietly behind them on this flank?
I don't know, but I mean, that's the big thing, right? Like, the only time that Noble's been able to win rounds and defend, you mentioned on 4 spots, but it's also just been off the back of really aggressive plays. Like, when they just try to play standard, they get out-traded. Whenever they make, like, a big push that maybe SKDC doesn't expect, you know, Flom has been instrumental in this. I mean, on the eco rounds, he's been able to push with the pistol and get a couple of kills and give his team a chance. And but like you said, that's not something that you can rely on to get you through the game. Like, yeah, it'll get you around here or there possibly, but I mean, look, SKDC still have a sizable lead. Even after losing this round, they have plenty of cash for the next. So, I mean, Noble aren't doing themselves any favors by winning rounds with, you know, stuff like that. Like, they need to, you know, put something up that's going to be more consistent.
Exactly. And we got another rifle round here. Let's see where Flom will take this op. We got him lit up in spawn. And he's going out to middle along with Roa. Meanwhile, though, the terrace just looks like they're just gunning it over into the B site right now. FGB, though, taking a flash. He's going to be slowed down. Shots is close with the FAMAS, but unable to get more than 1. rob-wiz helps out. And here's emong. rob-wiz actually does find 2. Flom now rotating is going to catch one here behind Sandbags, but he misses the shot. Hades takes him down. Last man up now is Hades. 1 versus 2. The bomb down over here to the right of emong. Roa also still helping out from this position. We can just spot them both here.
Ooh. So Hades is trying to go on a big flank here, which no one's even paying any mind to yet. So he could definitely find 1 frag. Like, as time passes, maybe eventually Roa starts speaking towards window thinking about it, but it's not even in his mind yet that Hades is doing this. So yeah, this could definitely be a timing where Hades catches at least 1 free frag out of this.
Oh, did
right
Roa
at that
spot
time,
that as well?
No, he didn't spot it, but now he realizes enough time has passed that Hades could be there, so now he's checking it.
And you can, okay, well, he's shot now, but I'm saying you can get off of this platform without making any noise, but it looks like that won't be an option as this sneaking mission has turned into a full-on rifle assault. Hades has worked himself into the pit, still a bit of time remaining. He has isolated the 1v1s, like, more or less. He gets around the side of the column. Now they are setting up their crossfire, and it looks like it will work out. He was expecting Roa to continue going around on the other side. Still a very close round, though.
Indeed, that was certainly a dangerous one there for Noble. I mean, they finally, that was like one of the few times this half where they've put up a nice initial B defense. Like, you know, rob-wiz and company are actually able to get some kills there and stuff SKDC. I think at one point they had a 4 versus 2 right off the bat. So really well done there, finally, from Noble here late in the half to win a really decisive round. One that didn't rely on gimmicks, but just relied on putting up, you know, a good standard defense. And now we're getting towards the last 2 rounds of the half, and if Noble can win this out, there's still a reasonable chance for them, especially if they can get a pistol in the second half. But SKDC in the lead right now, still plenty of cash to run whatever they want, so they still have a great chance to put this game out of reach if they can close out the last 2 rounds. So this has been a scrappy game through and through, and now we're at the end here.
Oh, the nades. Tendering up the terrorist meat.
Okay.
What? I don't know. Someone typed a resident sleeper in chat, so I thought I'd say something ridiculous to wake him up. Come on, Rickerson 35. Shots takes down Ellis. inVert takes down Shots. The trade is made. It's a 4-on-4. Roa greeted with the smoke here as he's got into the window. Looks like he will just push through. Then flash. We got emong and Flom. Flom with the op. Lands onto inVert. Gets another one onto Ocean. Meanwhile, Roa took down FGB, so it's Hades all alone right now. Gets the 1. The 2, but he can't count to 3. And Roa killed Flom with fire. Interesting round, and costlier than it needed to be. They needed to win that with 4 people alive. Keep up their money for these last 2 rounds. I guess just last round.
Yeah, last round. Then looks like they'll be okay. But yeah, that was definitely a really close round, really back and forth, but it is Noble who takes it in the end. So they get to 6, and here at the end of the game, they've won the last 3 rounds in a row, so finally starting to put together something consistently. But they've never gotten an easy round, right? SKDC's pretty much always been held the bye fully every single time, so it's been a tough game for Noble where they haven't been able to really limit SKDC's economy up until now, but it's too late. It's the last round of the half. And we'll see if SKDC can go ahead and extend their lead a little bit further here. So again, they're attacking into A. Roa getting caught out, trying to be aggressive, but Flom has been hiding in the stairs the whole time. He finds an op pick here, but he can't come back up. So we are going to have to see a rotation with rob-wiz and emong. They get here in time, so this is okay. They're holding good positions here on Noble.
Chat's cracking me up right now. I gotta close this. It's so distracting. There's quite a battle happening between Flom with that op, just missing those shots. Everyone kept shoulder peeking, and Ellis, I mean, here in the ruckus just goes down and puts it to an end. As 3, we got all 3 actually. The rotations come up from the B site. emong waiting there on the other side of the smoke. Finds inVert pushing through Shots now, thinking,
really
hey.
Nice round.
There's 2 sites. I should go back to the other one. And would you look at that? The bomb is about to be planted over in B. FGB down in the canals and Monster. Nice shot from emong as they will not allow Ocean getting caught jumping, trying to dodge those bullets, but he can't do it. rob-wiz on the board. FGB in a 1 versus 2. And emong takes him out. Looks like Noble will keep it pretty close. And actually, I mean, remedy this half. It was looking like it would be really, really bad, but 8-7, 7-8 is almost the way this map goes these days.
That was almost like a really good round from SKDC. They read it really well. I mean, they caught Roa on the aggression. They knew they had Flom trapped in stairs. Once they got that kill, they could easily transition back and forth, and Noble forced to rotate A because of Roa's death, and SKDC able to get into a B bomb site because of it. So it was read really well, but emong just puts up a big round with 3 kills. I mean, at that point, you know, SKDC kind of outplayed them positionally, but then you just see some great frags coming out of Noble despite that. And so, yeah, they win the last 4 rounds of the half, and they make it a manageable score now, 7-8. And just so you know, for those of you out there who, you know, want to have something to chuckle at, while you're on the scoreboard, Helium, can you do me a favor? Can you click on rob-wiz and then just go to his Steam profile?
You don't think I was giving them enough to chuckle at?
Yeah, just go on rob-wiz and click the Steam profile.
They're not. I don't do monitor capture. They're not going to see it.
Oh. No, it's like in-game, right?
Oh, wait, the CSGO profile?
Yeah, no, you just click Steam profile.
No, Steam profile is an overlay. That's not CSGO. It's not going to capture.
Maybe click CSGO profile then. So you can see rob-wiz snorting ridiculously big
just
lines
that?
of cocaine.
That's a, I did it.
That is a great
I did the
avatar.
thing we said not to do. CSGO profile? Damn it.
Doesn't work.
Steam. Wait. What? I thought CSGO. Why is CSGO profile bringing up the Steam browser?
I don't know.
CSGO profile is supposed to bring up.
Anyway, point
I'm on
is,
tilt. I'm triggered.
it's rob-wiz as Kermit the
triggered.
Frog snorting lines of cocaine. That is probably one of the greater avatars I've seen.
It's not bad, that's for sure.
Definitely.
As well, that was just the first half. God, that was a grueling first half. I'm like, map 1's over. Let's go on to Mirage. But no, we actually still need to stick around and finish off this one. Again, to remind people, this was the pick of SKDC. We got 3 armors, a Tech 9, and a smoke onto Roa. Interesting that he doesn't drop that Tech 9 to turn someone into a raid boss. Ocean with the kit, and the other 4 with Kevlar. We'll see what happens. Smoke's going over onto the B site, so it looks like it will be an execute, but FGB playing in headshot and hitting headshots. What do you know? He takes down rob-wiz, takes down emong as well. Roa's there, finally taking him out of the equation, and there's Flom also on the board. 2 on 3 post-plant. At least they got the bomb down, so it's a pretty successful pistol round no matter which way you look at it from the terrorist perspective. Doesn't seem like they're going to win it, though. Shots, they know where he is now. He might stop this first defuse, but no, it doesn't even do that.
So close. But it is SKDC who secured the round, but Noble does get the plant, so now they have the option to just kind of remain conservative in this round and get full AKs out in the next one. Though you do see some teams still let to go pretty heavy with Tech 9s and armor and nades, you know, even with the plant, and we actually do see kind of a quasi-buy here, setting themselves up still to buy the AKs next round, but also give themselves a slight chance at getting another bomb plant or even a round win here, as they do get a Tech 9 and some P250s and a few utility nades here, as it seems like they are setting up to do just a quick A push, and they are going to put the pressure on Hades and Ocean to force them to back up, but inVert could slip behind.
Well, looks like Ocean is going to make that rotation up. Meanwhile, we'll check in with Roa. He's got the trade there. Hades brought down rob-wiz. Roa takes out Hades and more. It finds actually almost 3 kills. Gets shots down to like 10 HP.
Oh no, inVert's flank got caught. He couldn't do anything. That ruins everything. Or not. There's some hope.
Just holding mouse 1. And turning around with that P90. Something to behold right there. It looks like he's got a really good angle. Flom, though, and realizing he doesn't have to peek, so FGB is just going to have to go in and get his hands dirty. Which he does. Doesn't have a kit, but he's got the time anyways.
Yeah, that almost got a little bit scary there. I mean, inVert's flank getting caught really gave a good chance for Noble to actually close out this round, despite the fact they didn't really invest that much into it. Now they get another bomb plant, so they get, you know, a full comfortable out this next round. Meanwhile, SKDC money's low. They actually have to kind of maybe even go for some FAMASs here if they want to be able to get armor and utility on a couple of their guys, particularly Elves and Hades are a little bit low here, but they will just decide to go M4 armor, no utility, and they only have 1 kit in play. That's going to be on Ocean, so they're definitely scarce on resources, but they can put up a good initial hold. Maybe it won't matter so much. L's going to get a little bit of a boost here in Graffiti. You don't see this one used so often to kind of get that initial look on the monster.
Yeah, and if you do, it's normally like an op or an auto sniper in that position as opposed to the rifle. It was actually the op boosting, wasn't it?
I'm not sure. But
no, inVert's up in A.
Yeah, so equal exchange over at the upper park here. Looks like that bomb is transitioning in the playground to upper park, but inVert going to be here with that op, and he takes one down.
Yeah, so 4 on 3 SKDC. Now just holding tight here. It's going to be the terrorists' turn to make the move. The ball's in their court, if you want to continue on with those.
Okay.
I can't actually think of any more.
And we do see Flom setting up a smoke over here at B, so it seems like that is where they're heading. We already see them transition that bomb through sandbags, but Ocean and FGB, they're here. See if they can try to put up an initial hold right now. Rob was looking for one in the pit. He spots FGB. He does get the kill. Ocean trades, but Rob just keeps finding these shots. Yeah, really well done. Now they have a 2-on-1 with the bomb planted.
Actually, Flom got that 3rd headshot, but I mean, Rob probably would have got it a millisecond later if Flom didn't hit it. So it's L's 1 versus 2. Got to go in. There was a kid on SKDC. I don't know if he'll be able to find it in the aftermath. And, of course, his first goal is kill 2 people. He's completed half of that list. Brought down rob-wiz, reloading, does not know where this last player is. Just going to try to hope. No, he is still concerned that they might be catwalk. Not realizing Flom is just behind him there. Oh, trying to control the spray. Flom now not looking to take the battle. Flashes up. Ellis is just running away to safety. Will he make it out alive? It looks like he has gotten far enough away.
Flom does not, however.
Flom
so
didn't. Candles.
So SKDC able to get that round really nicely done there from SKDC. I mean, even though rob-wiz, excuse me, nicely done by Noble, I should say, they won the round. This, rob-wiz was big there, right? Getting those 2 entries. He's had a quiet game, to be honest. He really did struggle on that CT side defending that B-bomb site until the very end. But he comes up big there to help open up that site. And now Noble able to get a full buy again. They're approaching the tie. SKDC on the save, but they are stacked here towards the stairs. And we do have Noble heading straight for him, but they're handling it no problem thus far.
Yep, not too much of an issue. Quite a few players are low, and
Poor FGB.
they're like, I thought there were
There's the
more. Where, if I was a CT, where would I be? And it was hiding in the smoke, being super annoying. And they will take him down for it. It was really that CT's only option, and Els in the site can't get one either, so Team Noble taking a very flawless round and getting it back within 1 now.
Yeah, this is such a great recovery from Noble. I mean, they had such a tough first half. They won the last 4 rounds of that half, and now they've come here, and as soon as they were able to make their first purchase, they've been able to win a couple of rounds in a row, force SKDC into a double save situation, as we do have SKDC again, very low equipment value, and this is Noble's real chance to tie this game up. They're going to get an empty B bomb side as SKDC will be stacking A, so maybe a little bit of deja vu from what we saw that one round in the first half, actually, but the roles reversed. And looks like it's going to be 10-10 here in just a sec.
Yeah, Team Noble are going pretty slow, so they are in actually quite a bit of danger from this backstab, although Shots is now going to start realizing what's happening. He sees Ocean fall through the smoke, takes him down. Players have got outside of Monster, but I believe that's being watched. Oh, sorry, I switched to the wrong guy. It's being watched here by Roa, which it is, and now it has been smoked off. Hades gets a deagle shot on to Flom, so that's maybe a little bit concerning. FGB going to try to push through, greeted by 2 actually, and whoa, Shots getting blown away. So SKDC able to do some damage, and they've got inVert. Oh, inVert, he's trying to get the AK out of there, but he can't do it. He gets brought down before he can retreat back to T-spawn. Els, though, did get himself one. He's even having trouble retreating. Tons of bullets just following him there, getting spammed through the wall. But he will preserve 1 gun for his team, and that's going to help the defensive efforts from the CT side.
Yeah, there wasn't really much that SKDC could do there. They tried to stack A. It was a B hit from Noble, and while it was slow, which allowed SKDC to get in a little bit of position there to try to get some kills and pick off some guns, they only get away with 1, but that still does help out a bit. SKDC able to buy up behind that here. They are going to have the op and inVert standing for the first time on the CT side. No op for Noble, and well, inVert did have a pick over in the upper park a while back with one, so we'll see if he can figure it out here. So we are going to see Noble trying to force themselves through that smoke, and Roa is able to get the entry there on the FGB, and they might catch one at sandbags as well, but Ellis and company able to back off back into the site, but they have lost a member.
Did that nade just bug out because of GoTV, or did that thing just go through the floor? I'm a little concerned right now. Els jumping and spotting at least 1 player out there in construction, so they know that something's up. And SKDC's got a man down, so this could be difficult. They've,
look at Hades.
Yeah, but to say they do have Hades. They'll push very, very far forward, so they know they don't really have to worry too much.
Yep, exactly.
But he's going back behind through the upper tunnels, and if at any point, Shots, just starts going upstairs, then he's in such a useless position. But I think he knew better than that not to push through. He actually just turns around because Fountain is going to be a very powerful position. And let's see what Hades can do with it. Oh, but it's being watched. rob-wiz spots him and nearly kills him. That evens it up. Oh, actually, no, it doesn't. There are only 3 people on SKDC. That's just their first kill onto rob-wiz.
And Hades has taken the long way back, and so at least his team in a tough spot where they're having to play a 3v2 at A for a while before Hades can ever get in position to aid him. He's inVert staying alive actually for a while. Hades finally gets in position, but no HP in that nade. It's over. Steph Curry with the shot. You know, if you want to
more
do a
relevant
reference there. Yeah.
Peyton Manning with the
pass
interception.
I mean, he does throw a lot of interceptions these days. Wow, that's pretty messed up.
That was meta, dude. I watched SportsCenter for like 5 minutes the other day, and that's what they talked about.
That's all that matters, man. So, I mean, that round had the potential where Hades was positioned, but unfortunately just took way too long to get back to A when Noble slipped up the stairs. And, yeah, that was the end of that. So Noble take the lead here. SKDC on pistols. Once again, stacking A, getting aggressive. This time, Noble is in that area, but Flom and company picking this off, no problem. Looks like they will extend their lead now.
There it is, Flom with the Tech 9, the gun that requires a lot of skill. And I think he got 2 kills with the op prior to that. And I should say Flom, 25 kills. really playing well. And FGB, I don't know too much about the guy, but he's kind of newer up-and-comer in the scene now, right, FGB?
I've seen him like kind of stand in for
pro
some
player.
teams.
Like this is like maybe first season of.
He was standing in for some teams actually these past seasons at CEVO and ESCA, but never had like a real permanent home. Like he played for what is Denial now for a little bit. That team with Shinobi and them. He played with them for a bit, so he's been passed around, I guess you could say. But this has been his latest home, and he's had a good game here thus far. But right now we are seeing kind of a crazy exchange taking place in B, where we now have a 2 versus 2. So it's really tight here now.
Yeah, and it's an op, an AK, and an M4 A1S. It's pretty classic in terms of the weaponry involved in the 2-on-2. inVert hits the shot on the Flom. He wins that sniper duel. He gets shots as well. Hades is like, hey, I was going to help, but you know what? Doing nothing is always better. Team Noble 12, SKDC 11.
Yeah, so I mean, right as Noble, you know, big 5-round winning streak, but SKDC finally finds one here in the middle of the half to keep the score close. Noble, though, had built up a pretty nice little bank here. Still plenty of money in it as well, even after this purchase. Meanwhile, SKDC in trouble of being reset and allowing Noble like a quick 14-11 off the back of it, basically. So now the tables have turned. It was SKDC who had Noble up against the ropes for the majority of the game, but now Noble has forced them into that tight spot. And, I mean, this is kind of for the game here, or almost for the game, rather.
I mean, it's certainly an important round. We're getting pretty late now into round 24. The op here from inVert is going to pose the most threat to Noble as they're trying to creep up long. You see Hades there in the long bathroom supporting, and inVert just hitting both shots, finishing out the last one with 2 really nice shots, and starting this one with 2 really nice shots. I mean, that's an opper that I would want to play with.
That's a big play from him for sure. I mean, they really need this round to avoid really tough economic situations. So him to find 2 here and, you know, possibly tie up this game, that's massive. So you can see rob-wiz trying to reaggress Upper Park. He does get the kill on the Ellis, and now he kind of starts evening the score. Hayes does find a couple of kills, though, to prevent the man advantage going in Noble's favor, and rob-wiz is now actually left alone in a 1 versus 3. So how quickly this round has swung back and forth. And so Rob trying to have to clutch this by himself. That's a good start to it. He has to ace this round, though, to win it. Not going to happen. FGB there. And there you have it. SKDC avoids certain doom for their money by securing that round and tying the game back up 12-12.
Were you watching rob-wiz that whole time? Because I had just flipped back to him when he got that kill, which looked like was just straight up through smoke. I'm guessing he must have seen that person somewhat.
Yeah, he saw him on the edge. It was pretty nasty, though.
Yeah, that was a nice shot. Unfortunately, though, nice shots are not as good as winning the round. And the op on Flom. inVert actually, money must be a little tight over there on the CT side. It is.
Oh, yeah.
So the op not coming back out from inVert, who's having good performances with it. But Hades starts him off with 1. Shots, though, trades out. So Noble left in a 4-on-4 that will benefit them. Although I always say on Overpass, when it's evened up, less than 5v5, I feel like it matters a little bit less just because of how fast that CT rotation is.
Yeah, that is very true. Normally, you always give the edge to the Ts in an even situation like this, but yeah, those rotates can be quick. So when you have 2 split up into each site, not that big of a deal depending on where they're playing from in B. They can quickly get back to A. Nonetheless, with a B hit coming in, FGB using that stack to find a frag, but Roa trades it quite quickly before it gets too out of hand, and 3-on-3 plant starting to come in now for Team Noble. Looks like they will get it off before the retake can really set in. We'll see if Noble can actually hold it off.
I think shots just flashed his teammate Roa in sight, 2 flashes in a row. That was a little bit awkward. L's now working his way in, but here's shots, pushes through the smoke there on the catwalk. inVert finds him, and Roa, excuse me, from in the sight, gets the shot, and whoa, that's some sick MVP music from shots. That needs to happen a little more often. And whoa, shots, only 8 kills, so good round for him to maybe rebound here in this second half, in this game. And, I mean, what a time to start getting some frags, but now in round 26.
And SKDC's money, you know, while not reset because they won a couple in a row, still quite low, as when they were winning those rounds, they were only surviving with, you know, a couple of members, a lot of rebuying having to go on. So they do have to take a save this round to try to make sure they can bolster their economy to challenge for Matt Point in the next. But doesn't matter. Hades actually finds a kill and an AK. He's getting a little bit of a flanking maneuver going on, and Noble's not in any hurry, so he might have an opportunity here to get behind, but Flom, he picks off inVert, so that evens the score. And they are going to be heading A, but the rotate's coming in pretty quick here. Already 3 in the A site, and Hades on a flank through stairs, so...
Well, there's Roa. FGB taken down. FGB's been pretty much the main fighting force for SKDC, so that's quite a pickoff. Hades has got that AK.
What is Hades doing?
I don't know. Let's check in with
He's
Hades.
taking a long way around. He was stairs.
He's taking the scenic route.
Damn.
Els, though, and Ocean might make up for it. Els getting once, assisting on the other. Ocean still fighting. He finds 2 frags. Flom taken out by a 5.7 bullet to the face. And that's definitely giving Hades time. He's still far away, but he's working his way over.
Yeah,
it won't be
thank God
needed.
for Ocean.
Yeah, Ocean stepping up.
That was a big play from him. The big man making some big shots there. And, I mean, Hades definitely took a way longer rotate than he needed to. He was sitting in stairs the entire time, pushed into the B site, then through Monster to outside B, and then used that all the way around to long A. So that was just really crazy, but luckily his team put up a nice stand inside the A side, especially Ocean there with those 3 kills. And that means SKDC has tied up the game, and now actually it's Noble who are just on the pistols here. Looks like they are going to be trying to go for some type of quick play over towards B, though they are starting to clear out stairs with Flom, so they could transition back. There's definitely no dedication here now. You can see all 4 actually trying to bring the bomb into A, trying to throw the fake. Yeah,
it's been very, very successful. inVert's actually right now the only person up here. You got some others running back. FGB gets a kill over at B, but Flom, he's already getting himself pushing into bank. It's just a P250, but Noble already with just smokes and P250s have faked them, planted the bomb at A, and now have a chance to win. 3-on-2 still post-plant, now evened up to a 2-on-2 as FGB coming up. That's actually his 3rd frag. Killed the 1-man fake and killed 2 on rotation up. Gets the 4th and the defuse. FGB, nice round from him, but is, again, still just killing no armor.
It's been a big game for him. I mean, he was massive on their terrorist side, getting entries, especially on the A-bomb side, all their A hits, and he's put up a good play on CT side. He's at 28 frags right now. You know, pretty far out ahead of the rest of his team. Not too crazy, I guess. As the rest of the frag distribution is actually quite tight on the team. You know, 17 and 19 frags, only like a 2-frag spread there. So, yeah, big CT side coming out of SKDC here in the last, 4 or 5 rounds. Really well done.
I like that from Els. That's much easier to line that smoke up that way.
The other one that goes in the monster right off the bat. Mm-hmm.
Most people line it up off the drain by looking down, but looking down is always kind of annoying in Counter-Strike as FGB finds 2. This man he can't stop him from fragging. He's going to get somebody.
Big round from Noble here. They almost threw a crazy fake last round for one, but they didn't quite get it, and this is kind of like one of their last full purchases of the game to try to hold SKDC off from that point, and so far, it's working out quite well. They have a man advantage here, 3-on-2. Boss hasn't made it into the site yet, and Els is about to even the score.
Yeah, he's trying. He probably hit Roa quite a few times, but it was going through the fence, so the damage was mitigated. Shot's going to shut the door. Doesn't want to let the, well, I guess this map looks warm, but it is definitely very cold in Germany now. So I was going to say let the heat out. 2-on-2 now. Bomb has been planted. Shots going to get a kill onto Els, and Flom taking down Ocean. And yes, Shots. MVP music again. I keep forgetting to turn that off.
Okay, never mind. Forgot this map was set in Germany.
Yes.
I had to look at a couple of signs to like realize that it is.
That they're in German.
The Kinderspielplatz pretty much gave it away.
Yes.
That's pretty German.
Sounds,
it doesn't get more German than that.
Sounds pretty German. All right, so SKDC with P250 CZ and a flash. And there it goes, letting it fly. And it has significantly blinded Shots, who's like, F this, I'm going up the ladder. Smart decision, actually, from him. Dying there and giving up an AK would have been really bad news.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what SKDC wanted. They don't really have much going into this round. They're just trying to save for OT at this point. That's what it's come down to. And Shots avoiding that. And now they're trying to see them stream into the A-bomb site here. A little bit of team damage just took place right there, but not a whole lot, so it's not too bad. And an op pick coming in from Flom onto Hades. That's going to, lighten up the defense here as it looks like Noble looking just to storm the front at the A side.
Well, I mean, a lot of CTs here on the site for defending. They are falling very, very quickly, though. Roa gets one. Flom takes out the other one with a nade. Els and FGB held up in the bank right now. Els trying to get out from the underground route, but it doesn't work. for to survive. Noble on match point, and SKDC, where's the money at? Good enough for a decent rifle round here.
Yeah, and they get inVert with the op as well, which, I mean, he's been able to, when he's had an op, he's been able to get some pretty nice opening picks over on the A side, especially at that upper park position. So, you know, hopefully they'll get something out of him to try to put this into overtime. As SKDC was in a good position to win most of the game up until the 18th round, right, where we saw that big 5-round winning streak from Noble to get back into the game. And now here towards the end, they've won the last couple of rounds in a row. They're setting themselves up to make sure this ends in regulation. inVert, super aggro position. He'll catch the bomb carrier, actually, and he will fall back. Not going to get too greedy. That's great opening pick from SKDC to be able to fall back and reset now off the 5-on-4.
And more damage coming in. Shots taking a lot through the plywood and the door. It's down to 46. But there it is. It evens up. Roa gets the kill onto FGB, which has been the heavy hitter for SKDC. So that could bode well for them here in this last round of regulation. Round 30. SKDC need 1 to take it into OT. And Noble, of course, need to kill everybody or make something explode to win here on Overpass. And it looks like they will do just that. Flom and Roa 2 kills almost simultaneously. Now Roa jumping into pit, completely juking out Ocean. That leaves inVert alone. The man has been good at opping, but 1v4, that's asking a lot. Bomb to be planted. inVert, though, starting off 1 by 1. He gets Roa. Who will be next? inVert probably is very blind right now. Still going to just continue to push forward. Spots one of the column. There's 2. It's rob-wiz. Flom almost goes down to a no-scope. inVert moving forward, takes down shots on top of the sight, and the no-scope into the face of Flom, the ace for inVert, and the defuse. We're going to OT.
What a game this has been. I mean, I thought Noble had that round in the bag. I mean, Roa, we talked about how Flom was doing good things for Noble. Roa's been really good on this T side, getting those entries, especially on the B side. That's probably the second or third round I've seen him just have a huge impact taking into B the way that he did there. But, I mean, inVert, that was a 1 versus 4, I think it was, or at least a 1 versus 3.
He got the first pick of the doors and then came in 1v4.
Yeah, I mean, that's just insane. Just when we talked about how inVert was like really big on this CT side when he was able to afford not the opening picks he was able to get. He did it again on the stairs, and then he came back around and clutched a 1 versus 4 to keep his team in the game. I mean, that's just a monster effort there from inVert. And, I mean, this has just been a crazy game. I mean, it's been so back and forth. For a while, we thought it was SKDC's, and Noble makes a recovery, but then they just start, you know, trading rounds back and forth at the end. And right here, though, SKDC from inVert, big clutch, and now we're going into overtime. Well, this has actually been a really interesting game.
No, we
talked about how it was 50-50, right, before the game even started.
And I was feeling real foolish when it was like 7-1. I was like, wow, what is chat going to think of us? But what do you know, Dust? We actually know a little bit, and I would say it's been pretty even so far, 15-15. Do you know the overtime rules here in StarLadder? Is it MR310K or...?
I believe it is, yes. No, wait, this might actually be MR5 16K.
Please no.
I think it is, actually. I think they use Face It rules, so I think it's MR.
Yeah, I would say Face It rules would make sense. Let's look at the money. Okay.
MR5 16K, correct?
Yep.
Yep.
I've never cast.
I'll tell you what's brutal is
MR5 16K before.
You know the Red Dot tournament that's going on right now?
Nope.
There's like these qualifiers going on for the Red Dot Invitational in France taking place later on, and they use MR316K, and that's just not even CS. It's like just everyone buys no matter what. It's like pretty brutal.
That's kind of cool though, just to decide it all in rifle rounds.
Yeah, I guess. But MR5 16K is probably like the purest form of overtime you can play, as far as like the economy actually coming into effect and actually having to take a save for a round, and it's more like regulation, I guess you could say.
Yeah, the economy comes into play a little bit in this sense, but even it doesn't MR310K. Here's inVert. What is that, 6 kills in a row right now for inVert?
He's been massive here at the end of the game for SKDC on this CT side to keep him in it when Noble was making their recovery. Yeah, big kill from Hades there too, so this is getting good.
Gets caught either reloading or switching through some nades. Shots will get the trade out, but still Team Noble that was no one saw shots. He's like, you know what? Let's just boost someone up there. inVert onto rob-wiz. That was the bomb, too. And he's probably realized that, so that call will come out. They know it was an A-focused hit. Ellis has got into a very good position down there in the stairs. inVert pushing forward and just still holding this angle here. The elbow in the bathrooms takes down shots. And Roa All right, man. Still holding the angle after he saw all of his comrades fall. But Ellis in that position I mentioned earlier, able to take him down. Oh, this is MR3. I guess, okay, admins must be watching the stream. MR3 16K, so...
Wait, that doesn't make
no,
sense.
that doesn't make sense.
MR5.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's set at the, up top, it's set up for MR5.
I guess they're just going to end it manually then?
That seems
because right now up top,
sketchy.
it's... Yeah, it seems really weird. They're going to be in there for a rude awakening when the third round finishes and they're still on the same sides. Because you can look at the top of the scoreboard and see it's 2 out of 10. So that's set up for MR5 unless our display is like messed up or something. But yeah, we'll just have to see how it works. We'll see what happens. We'll just go with the flow here.
My
then,
brain's
right?
going to be messed up if I have to keep track of the
That's okay.
score without...
It's okay, bud. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll get there, man. We'll get there. inVert.
My brain's already messed up anyways.
Yeah, inVert had the ace, had the 3K this round. Now we're going to see Noble try to fight back. They do clear out inVert this time where he doesn't get a single frag. So that's good news for Noble to get rid of him right off the bat and get a one-man advantage. And they're going to work into this B-bomb site.
Oh, Ocean taking down Roa. Oh, can't get the second one though. rob-wiz answering back, and rob-wiz. I feel like I've seen this man run into this B site and grab a triple kill 2 or 3 times in this match. Does it again there.
Indeed.
So nicely done, getting those entries, getting the bomb down, and keeping us even moving forward. Emong with the last frag onto Hades.
A good job from. I know he struggled so much in regulation on the CT side, but yeah, he and Roa were able to get some nice work into this B-bomb site on the terror side in regulation and now in the overtime. So props to them, keeping Noble in the game. And this might be the last round. I don't really know.
They're saying it's maybe bugged up top. The rules
Okay,
apparently
okay.
are MR3 16K, and before anyone jumps on
I
us,
just think I casted a European game in StarLadder with James, and it was actually MR5 16K.
We'll
so
find out.
We'll find out.
They're telling me
Yeah.
it'll switch. I don't know. SKDC, though, making that moment come very soon because they are just ripping through Team Noble here on round 3 of OT1. It's Flom alone. Can he one-up inVert? Flom, 1v4? I need to get back into the game so I can actually switch the camera. There's Flom missing the shot onto FGB and not one-upping inVert.
So,
And yeah, okay, they are correct. It just
Okay.
switched. It's just a bug up at the top.
Yep. So yeah, with it being MR3 16K, economy not even a factor. You could just buy out. It's not even a big deal. So that has one downfall of it, I guess, but it does mean it goes by a bit faster, I guess. So that means that the round is 19 that you're looking for. If it's 18-18, we will see a second MR3 16K overtime, apparently. SKDC with a run-around edge going into this one. And we do know that Noble struggled on their CT side most of the half, especially on that B side of the map. Shots had a rough game. He's been one of those B defenders. He's had a tough time. And even rob-wiz, who picked it up lately, also initially was having some trouble working with shots to hold that B-bomb site. So we'll see if SKDC decides to abuse that. But no, they're just playing default this round, just kind of getting some map control and just playing it slow.
Yeah, keep in mind, though, it was SKDC in regulation that had the 8 rounds on T side. So, I mean, maybe take that for what it's worth when you go into the context of OT with mass money and just 3 rounds. But it did seem like Noble were having some trouble on the CT side. As Flom with the op here at long. He's backed all the way up to the APC, which in this case is, what is it, GSG9? Is that what the German one is?
GSG9. Yep, that would be anti-terrorism unit for. No, they had that one famous thing in the 80s where they rescued the hostages in the plane. Sorry, a history.
Thank you. The plane or the airport?
It was
Well,
a plane
both.
parked in an airport. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Roa, inVert. Flom by Optimus. Taking some no-scope shots through. Oh, hello! Greets the bomb planner. And gets a fadeaway P250, but it's not enough. FGB does find 2. Will be taken down by Roa now. rob-wiz rotating him up from the stairs. On the site is Roa, still trying to push forward over to the bathrooms. The Molotovs just keep coming out, trying to eat as much time off this clock as possible. Roa brings down Ellis, and it's Hades with no cover to fall back on, so he's got to hold the angle, but rob-wiz too quick. And it will be SKDC with 18. Sorry, Noble with 17, tying it up.
Yeah, and that's big. 'Cause, I mean, both these teams were they got. I mean, it was 8-7 halves. It wasn't that much of a difference, but both teams were kind of struggling on their CT sides. And now here in OT, SKDC able to get 2 CT rounds, and Noble kicking it off with 1 thus far to tie it back up here at 17 all. And again, money not really too much of a factor. So it's just about trying to just straight up win these rifle rounds to try to get the job done here. If we see it split again, it'll be another OT. Wait to see who can try to get that map point here, as we do see Ellis almost catching emong, not quite. So this is his traditional spot, just kind of lurking this B side of the map. Meanwhile, Ocean is bringing that bomb to A, where Hades, FGB, and inVert are already starting to push into that upper park, but Flom boosted up top, finds one pick. He's going to re-peek and find a second one, and they can't catch him. He gets away. That's insane. They tagged him up so much, but he gets out of there.
Yeah, the fact that he peeks out into 2 people hiding on that rock, one hitting the shot was pretty impressive, and kind of weird that Flom wasn't brought down after the fact. I guess those little hops, the panic hops, saved him. So 5-on-3 right now. It's going to be a long road
That could be
back
all the difference
from SKDC. Yeah. And FGB with an op. We haven't really seen him pull this out too much, but it looks like he's no stranger to it. Nice shot onto Flom. He's still going to try to work his way in. And he actually connects.
What?
How unlucky is that?
So unlucky. Wow.
As L's very, very blind right now. Ocean on Optimus. He got a kill. So did L's. 2-on-2 right now. L6 out rob-wiz, and another one trying to come up the stairs. That will be shots. He has not had a great game. Left in a 1 versus 2 right now, and can't get either of them. Almost stopped the planter, but...
And that's a tough pill to swallow if you're Noble. I mean, they had a 5-on-3 after Flom gets his initial couple op picks, and he's able to stay alive and reset and get back in good position there in the A site. But, I mean, FGB tags one, Ellis able to pick up that assist, finds 2 more frags in the round as well. So, you know, a big hat trick there from him, and SKDC brute force their way into the A bomb site despite the fact they lost 2 men quite early, and now they have that 1-round advantage. They have a chance to put this thing away here and now, but Flom with that op finds the pick. Again, 2nd round in a row, he's been able to find the opening pick. This time, is Noble going to be able to capitalize on that advantage? Last round, they were not able to do so.
Yeah, well, Flom. Oh my gosh, I mean, he did that last round too, right? It's like deja vu right now. SKDC brought that back from a 3 versus 5 and won that round. Will Team Noble keep us on Overpass, or will SKDC send us over to Mirage, which is map 2? The pick of Noble. FGB moving forward. inVert hitting a shot as well. SKDC looking really strong. They fought themselves back. Now they've got the advantage. inVert threw his teammate, I'm pretty sure, and killing that dead body we're looking at now. Emong and Flom. Roa did kill FGB with fire, though, interestingly enough. Flom and Emong working up, trying to smoke off that. Oh, actually just going to smoke a little bit past the bomb. Try to get on that so Emong can cover him a little bit better. Ocean spraying through, but he's missing, and yep, the fuse comes in. Definitely winnable from SKDC, and even showed pretty good tenacity to bring it back and get the bomb down from a man down, but still, Noble taking us to OT number 2 here on a map 1 in StarLadder Series 14.
I mean, this has been a crazy night so far, really chaotic game, especially you keep seeing Noble get these initial man advantages, but SKDC keep fighting back, and you know, they even found a round win in that last round. This round, though, it is Noble who were able to hold them off there. Really nice work from Flom and Emong at the end to you know, stop inVert from wreaking havoc and you know, put a cap on it. And now we're tied up 18-18. We're going to another overtime again. It is MR3 16K. So that means that we are looking for 22 for the winner.
22.
21-21 split would lead to a 3rd overtime. The way this has been playing out, I wouldn't even be surprised if that's what happened. Like, it's hard to find out how this is going to end. I mean, both teams struggled, I guess, on the CT side a bit in regulation, but both teams found 2 CT rounds in this overtime session to keep it going. So, yeah, crazy stuff.
I mean, so far the big story for me is Flom's got 40 kills, which is pretty good for someone who is retired. Shout out to Flom's retirement. That's a joke between me and Flom. He'll see it later. FGB also with 37 kills, 6 round MVPs, which, I mean, I don't mean too much. You plant the bomb to get the MVP, but still something to point out. He's been very good, and of course, inVert with the crazy play, which I'm sure we'll be seeing on the front of Reddit later on.
Indeed.
And so far, no one else. I mean, rob-wiz he doesn't have a lot of frags, but his frags seem to be pretty impactful. He's got a couple, like, 2K, 3Ks entering onto sites on the T side. Shots has been underperforming a little bit. Obviously, Roa in there with 33 frags, doing all right.
Yeah, I feel like that's the thing. Like even when you look at SKDC, every single one of those guys has made plays at some point. even if they're like lower on the scoreboard numbers wise. I feel like
I mean, they're
haven't
not.
seen
They're
shots.
just more evened out. Noble's pretty top heavy in terms of who's getting the
Yeah,
kills.
yeah, that's my point. Like all 5 at some point for SKDC have contributed to keep them in this game. Whereas like shots, I've yet to really remember a time where I felt like I saw him just have like a really huge impact. Like obviously he has 12 kills, so he's done something at some point in the game. But his name certainly hasn't been called out in a positive light. So if they could just get something out of him now, that could be just what Noble needs to push over the edge. Because at this point, it's really hard to read who actually is more favored to take this map. Like, just the way it's played out, we've had so many 2v2 type situations or 1vx type situations. It's always come down to the wire in recent times in this game. Like, you know, towards the end of regulation and this whole overtime session, it's just been, you know, so back and forth. Even teams winning like 3-on-5. So even when you think someone has a clear advantage, they don't necessarily close their round.
Or,
like,
or
it's just been all over the
1-on-4s.
place. Yeah, exactly. It's been all over the place, man. Like, it's so hard to read where this is headed.
Indeed. So I'm going to stop reading. I'm going to ask you questions that have nothing to do with Counter-Strike Dust.
Okay.
What are you doing for Thanksgiving?
I assume consuming
Give me your answer quick. We don't have a lot of
some
time.
turkey.
Some tea meat? You're going to be gobbling down some tea meat? Is that what's going on?
I'll be gobbling some meat.
Turkey is tea-sided. Turkey. Yeah, I just bought my turkey today. Gonna spatchcock it. Gonna say spatchcock a couple more times. Chat will probably like that.
What is spatchcock?
Spatchcocking is when you cut the spine out of a turkey, then break the breastbone so you can lay it flat so it cooks more evenly and quickly. You can cook a whole turkey in about 60 to 90 minutes. It's pretty amazing.
Lesson learned. The more you know.
It's called spatchcocking.
Spatchcocking.
Spatchcock. All right.
Who
Maybe
will spatchcock this round?
I was about to
Make
say
it easier on themselves.
whose face is gonna get spatchcocked by an up.
It's almost as bad as when
Flom.
people used to go around saying, like, what is that? Like, it sounds like masturbation, but it's not. Like when you chew, like masticate. I can't remember.
I don't know.
I'll have to look that up.
I think you might want to be careful with those Google searches.
Pretty sure it's masticate. I don't know.
Flom, there it is. First shot of the round, but that's kind of been a theme for Flom, but Noble can't seem to hold on to them. But it is FGB that's been taken down. He's been the heavy hitter for SKDC, so if you're going to kill anybody, that's a good person to kill.
Masticate. Got it.
There you go.
Or like weenus. Masticate my weenus. Helium.
I don't want to chew on your elbow, Dust.
Sorry. We ruined this round.
Sorry,
But
guys.
Flom!
Apologizing. Flom with some nice shots. Almost hit that one through the smoke, too, but he didn't even know it.
Yeah. I ruined that round. That's my bad.
That was good. Did you ruin it?
As if chat needed more reason
Did you
to
ruin
flame
it,
me.
or did you make it better?
I don't.
This is the real question.
We'll let chat decide. I'm sure it's not in my favor. They've been wrecking me all night, but you know it's all fun and games as we are now 19-18. So we'll take a slight edge here in the second overtime. Good work there from Flom with the AWP to hold that A-bomb site here. Now SKDC lining up for a quick B hits. A lot of spam damage came into emong, and now they're going to get lined up at the sandbags, and Ocean doing work right now.
Yeah,
Rob-wiz
actually,
keeps it even.
if they'd thrown the Molotov
Okay.
that goes over with the spam, they might have killed emong straight away, but it doesn't look like it'll matter. Some nice shooting, and just like that, a 20-8 last round of the first half of OT number 1 on map 1 here in StarLadder Series 14.
Yeah, that's actually a spot that I've seen like nothing be pretty famous for on Cloud9. Always kind of spent. I think I saw one clip where he got 2 kills from there. Yeah, Seized as well for Navi. That's another one that kind of. So I mean, it's been passed around. It can be highly effective, like on an aggressive sandbags push, like exactly what happened. But Nobles, rob-wiz, and shots combining to prevent that from being a factor. Now they're up 20-18. They could get a clean half here. They have Flom pushing with that op again. They won't spot anything, but falls back, so not a big deal. Just, not anything gained, but nothing lost. Let's see if SKDC can find one round before this half is over, as the T sides has been the big deal for both these teams.
So, working up middle right now is SKDC FGB. Going to be taking point. Ellis was doing a pretty good job earlier, way earlier at the start of this game, finding those openings into A, but it looks like he's going to go on and see what he can't do at B. You've also got inVert with a, he's sliding around on the backside of the map. Looks like he is going to make his way to B. So SKDC keeping their options open. Might even just throw some smokes on the outside of bathrooms and fake it back down to B. Let's see. Some noise made there in construction, maybe heard by the defending team Noble, but FGB finds the opener, and that's exactly what's happening. It is a bit of a fake. Emong and rob-wiz, though, ready for it, stopping Hells and 80s, and FGB probably going to get cleaned up here by Flom, who knows this player's low, so he's just using the P250. Nicely done. inVert, and now Ocean, who still has the bomb, moving over into sight. But, I mean, a lot of rounds 2v4 have been won. This one seems like it could be difficult. You got 2 on each site for Team Mobile. Flom starts it off with the shot. He will go down. We're going to go to Emong, and he gets the final kill. Yeah. And it's inVert to fall.
That's the first time this game we've seen someone just completely fold to half. You know, Noble winning all 3 rounds here. Last in OT it was 2-1 splits. In regulation it was 8-7 splits, and now he just had like a dominant performance from Noble, just putting up some big holds. I think throughout those rounds they never lost more than 2 players. So, I mean, just putting up some really big stands, and now they just need to find one more round to actually take this map. And, you know, this was SKDC's pick. And Noble might steal it from him here as they move on to Mirage, which would be Noble's pick. So, what a game. What a game this has been. I think it might be over here soon unless SKDC can make a 3-0 run of themselves.
I mean, it happens.
Good.
inVert with that up. On the CT side, going to be a little bit more dangerous, but he will miss the first shot. Player going too quick.
Actually, first time we see a double op this entire game, by the way.
There it goes.
One, but he gets outpicked Flom later, bro.
Speaking of double ops, Flom finding 2 op kills. And Ellis, wow, near flawless round for Noble to close it out just like that. SKDC couldn't allow any mistakes, and Noble just say peace. Peace, kids.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy that we haven't seen a double op the entire game up until that round.
What is the top scoreboard doing? 22-21?
I don't know. Either way, we know that Noble was able to take it there in the end, so well done. That double op did not pan out. It can be viable. I think Happy has shown us that a lot with Envy because he kind of takes the op there. But nonetheless, completely wiped in that second overtime. 4-0 run for Noble. They take it 22-18, and they will have a 1-map advantage going to the second map, which, like I said, will be Noble's pick, and it is Mirage, I believe you said. So,
yeah, and it's on the screen there up at the top, guys. Overpass was the first one. Mirage and Inferno, if needed. I'm Helium alongside Dust. If you want to find out where you can watch some more of our casting and our ridiculousness, you can follow us up on Twitter. I'm at Heliumbrella and Dust at DustMoret. Both are in the stream title here. Twitch.tv/StarLadder_CS_EN. We'll be back for map 2, guys. Don't go anywhere.